I can't even tell you how long I've wanted one of these, and I finally got one. Hey guys, Kira here from 50 Shades of Mom, back with a really exciting video for you guys. So I'm sure you guys know, if you watch other YouTube channels, that once you start a channel, people start reaching out to you from all different shapes and colors of the world, asking you to help promote their product, which in certain ways is super flattering, but it can get annoying to the people who watch, I feel, if a repetitive amount of the videos are sponsorships. So I made a deal with myself that I never wanted to be the kind of person that took sponsorship after sponsorship, whatever someone was offering. So I have had the opportunity to do like a special kind of anti-sweaty, stinky sock. That really, I wasn't in the market for that, so I didn't see it necessary to agree to that. And I was approached by Smile Brilliant, which was a company to do like teeth whitening. I'm a little insecure about my teeth, so I thought about it and I contemplated it, and I couldn't really do it. But when this company reached out to me, this is in my wheelhouse. So I immediately said, absolutely yes, whatever it is, I will do it. And there's no further compensation other than the fact that they sent me their item for free to use and to review. And I'm really excited because it's something that I've always wanted. So are you ready to see what it is? It's an Instapot. I'm like so stinking excited about this product that I was gonna buy it anyways. Like, it's been in my wish list of things I wanted to put, because not for nothing, but the kitchen is my happy place. So I'm all about trying different things and ways to create different flavors and different recipes and all of that good stuff. So when Cosori approached me and said, hey, we'd like to send you our product, would you be willing to cook something in it and show it to your fans, and we'll offer a 15% off rebate code for 1 month. So the rebate will run from today until February 25th, and there's a link in the description box. I don't get any further compensation. It's not like if I sell any, I get any. It's not like that. So this is my perfectly honest review, because all they did was send me this and I get a chance to review it. But I'm super excited because who am I? Like, I'm just a regular person, but cooking is everything to me. So for someone to reach out and say like, hey, we think you would be a good fit to do this, yes, then I agree that it's not just somebody pushing, because this is something I can truly give my honest opinion on. So I'm gonna take you down to the kitchen. We are going to make a roast beef in the crock pot. It says it's only going to take 15 minutes. 5 minutes cooking, we brown it and saute it, and then 5 minutes cooking, and then 10 minutes on natural pressure release. So let's go down to the kitchen, let's work with this machine, let's cook something in it, and then I'll meet you back here for a review. Well guys, here it is in all of its magnificence and beauty. I'm absolutely in love with this machine and I cannot wait to start playing with it. But the manual for this thing is huge. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And there's so many different options. Now, I'm not exactly sure how much this compares to a regular Instapot, but this one says there's a meat and stew button, poultry, soup, beans and chili, white rice, brown rice, anything multi-grain, like you can make oatmeals and stuff like that. You can steam vegetables, slow cook, make yogurt, you can boil pasta, you can steam potatoes. It could be a hot pot, like keeping something warm. You can saute and brown, which we are going to use this feature today. You can bake and you can reheat, and then you can adjust everything manually. So here's your stop and cancel button. You can delay your start. You can set your manual cook time. Here's just a button if it's done cooking and you just want to keep it warm. That's your manual button as well. And then this is if it's unlocked and where the pressure is as far as breaking everything down. So okay, so this is what it looks like on the inside. It's a really, really deep container. So I think even though they offer an 8-quart, which is obviously 2 quarts bigger than this, I feel like this is more than enough to feed my family. And here is the lid with your release valve. And the gentleman did send me a message saying that if you're going to manually release, make sure to use some kind of oven mitt or something, because the steam that comes out of here is super hot, which is obviously a great tip because I've never used any kind of Instapot, pressure cooker kind of thing. So the first thing that we're going to do is saute and brown our meat. So this is what we're doing. This is that roast beef, and it literally says it's going to do this thing so quick. So I'm very anxious to see how it's going to come out. Now it recommends that you like press Montreal steak seasoning into this really good and put it in this pan and get a good brown on all sides. And then once we brown it, it wants you to take the meat out to deglaze the pan. It says with water, but I'm going to use beef broth because I want to make a really good gravy out of whatever is left at the bottom. And then it says we're going to put it in here manually on high for 5 minutes, and then you're going to let it NPR, which is a natural pressure release, for 10 minutes, and it should be done. Now that recipe was for a 2-pound roast. This was a 2-pound pack, 2 roast package, and I broke it apart and like sucked it down with my food saver. So I'm not exactly sure how much this weighs, but I'm gonna guess it's more like 3 to 4 pounds than a 2-pound piece of meat. So it may take longer, but we're gonna start off with that, and then if we test it and it's not done, we'll put it back, because again, this is the first time I'm using it, so you're gonna trial and error with me. So let me set this camera up on the tripod and let's get this thing in the pan, getting a crust and a brown on it. So we achieved optimal temperature and we dropped the roast beef down in there to start sauteing and getting a crisp on each side. And I'm going to tell you that what I already love is that when the saute says it's ready and it reaches the 284 degrees, which I'm sure if you wanted to, you probably could push this button maybe and make it go up. No. Maybe you would have to do adjust. You see, these are the kind of things I want to play with, but it's counting down from 20, so you really shouldn't be sauteing anything for more than 20 minutes. So I actually really like that, because I know just from my own cooking that you probably need about 4 to 5 minutes on each side to get a really good crisp at that temperature. So by watching this, I know when I put it in and when I should flip it. So I love that there's a built-in timer there. But now we're just going to keep waiting until this is ready to flip. Okay guys, so I think we're browned and good. So I'm going to take this out. And we're going to deglaze the pan with a little bit of this beef broth. So let's put this roast back in here. Now that we've deglazed that pan a little bit. That looks like it's going to be yummy. Alright. So now let's learn how to work this lid. Okay, so I'm guessing we are in locked position by that sound. And we're gonna hit meat, and then we're gonna hit cook time. And I know that it said 5 minutes, but I wanna do 10 just because I know that it's double the weight. And I'm gonna hit on. So we shall wait and let it do its thing. Okay guys, so it is off, it's done with its 10 minutes, and the instructions said to now let this go for 10 minutes on natural pressure release. So I just spent the last like 10-15 minutes reading this pressure cooker manual, and I know that it said that it's supposed to be really user friendly, but I am a little confused and overwhelmed. Like, this is a lot. I feel like it's like having a rocket ship in my house. Once I get used to it, I feel like this could be such a useful tool. But from what I'm gathering, natural pressure release is taking this knob and switching it over. I know it's kind of hard to see. I don't think it's going to focus because it's black, but oh, there it is. So there's a lock right there, and then that looks like wind. If you could see that. So we have to move it to the wind, and then it says that this thing will go down when it's done pressure releasing, but it says to use a towel because it will be hot. So, oh yeah, it looks like it's going to be hot. Oh yeah. Alright, so it's supposed to do this for 10 minutes. So I'm going to set 10-minute timer on my phone or the stove, and then we'll come back and open the lid, and we'll see if this baby is cooked. Okay guys, we're going to open the lid and see what she looks like inside. I'm nervous. I don't know. That might be cooked. That just might be cooked. Let's cut into this baby and find out. Oh, I mean, it looks cooked, but I guess we're not going to know till we cut into. I don't know. I think this might be a little raw. No way. I mean, if you see the picture of what I chose, it was for a medium sliceable roast beef. I didn't want it to be a pot roast. So that you gotta be honest, folks, that is a perfectly pink. Look at that. It's brown all around the edges, and it's got a warm pink center. This is a medium roast beef if I ever did see one. As long as the texture is there and it doesn't feel like it's been boiled, then, because I feel like if you boiled it but you were in a slow cooker for long periods of time, it gets tender. So I guess I'm going to slice this up and plate it, and I'll let you guys know how it is. Okay guys, so here's the roast beef all sliced up. I probably should have let it rest just a little bit. That's actually a really good tip for meat. Once it's done cooking, you should put it on a cutting board or on a plate and let it rest for 10-15 minutes out of the heat. It cools down, but it traps all the juice on the inside. So by me cutting it into it early, you guys saw all the juice that came out of it. So now it's even less pink, you can tell, than it was because a lot of the juice came out. So just a tip, if you're using this and you're gonna do something like this, if you want it to be sliceable meat, not fall apart like pot roast, I wanted this to be cooked so that it was only sliceable. You wanna let it sit for a little while and rest before you slice it. But I already took a bunch of bites, like off a couple of pieces as I was slicing it, and it's so delicious. I happen to really love the Montreal steak seasoning flavor, so it tastes really good, like crusted on here, and you really taste it like in every bite. And then this is what we're having on the side with it. So these are the Hasselback potatoes from Trader Joe's. These things are so yummy. They say that they come with olive oil and sea salt on them, but I actually rubbed them down with the pink Himalayan sea salt and some more olive oil before I bake them in the oven, but they're like perfectly crispy, so I can't wait to break into these. And these are just brown buttered carrots with a little bit of honey and maple syrup mixed in, so they're so sweet and yummy. And I'm gonna put some of this fabulous roast beef on my plate. I'm gonna eat my dinner and I'll meet you back at my desk for a review. Well, here we are back at the review chair. So let's stack up some of these positives and negatives because I had so much fun learning how to use this machine. So the positives are, for a mom like me who has mom brain, if I forget to take something out and it's not fully thawed until when I would need to be serving it, the fact that I could cook a roast beef in 15 minutes was super key. So I love that. And I also love that I can replace a couple of the appliances that are in my kitchen with this. I really don't need my crock pot anymore and things like that. Like I have a warmer and stuff. I mean, I can use this to keep things warm and so on and so forth. So I'm looking forward to kind of like getting the room and space back in my cabinets by taking all those things out and just replacing it with this one device. Downsides to it. It says that it's user friendly, and I'm sure that it is. I just need to sit down and read the manual a little bit more because there is a lot involved. It does so many things, which is great. But if you never sit down and read the manual, you never really know all the capacity of the things that it can do. I mean, that's pretty much like that with most things. Our cell phones, our computers, they come with the ability to do so many different things. But on your cell phone, you use the basic things. You text, you talk on the phone, you use your apps, and you take some photos. But I mean, the ability sometimes of some of these apps, if you look into what comes stocked in these phones, we never even divulge into that. So I really need to sit and like read this manual. It makes yogurt, you guys. Like, that's so exciting to me. It's just, the ability for this thing to do so many different things is wonderful to me. So the only downside is that it does so much that it's definitely a little overwhelming, and I feel like I may need to really read the manual and take like an afternoon when I have some time to kind of play with the machine so I can learn the ins and the outs. And I'm sure that the more I cook in it, the easier and the better that it will get. So if you guys have a Cosori, or if you have a regular Instapot or a pressure cooker, make sure to comment down below. Let me know your favorite recipes or what you think of them, because my mind's going to be going now about all the different things that I can do with this pot. So I want to thank Cosori again for reaching out to me, because this, like I said, was definitely in my wheelhouse, and it was an honor for them to be the very first sponsorship that I accepted. So thumbs up for me for that. And I'm happy because like I said, I'll never bring you guys a review of something that I don't believe in, or I don't really feel like it's worth your time to try or to review it or to spend your money on it, even for that matter. So if you are interested in one of your own, there's that link in the description box. But the code that they're giving me, remember, only lasts until February 25th. So keep that in mind. Tax season's coming, a lot of extra money. So if this is something that maybe you were in the market for, then definitely check this one out. I think this was like under $100, you guys. I think that's great. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If you're new, please take the time to subscribe. I do product reviews, and there's tons of food related things on this channel, as well as so much more. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to everyone, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.